Test.
Testing on this end, testing.
Yep, good for me. Mic one.
Testing.
Early August in Australian basketball can only mean one thing. It's BigV finals time, and tonight the venue, Narrandjeri Stadium in Thornbury, as we see hosts to the 12-6 Darebin Phoenix, hosting the 11-7 Warrandyte Venom. Jack Thornton alongside me, Tom Colasante on the call for tonight's Youth League 3 Grand Final. Two teams which, really, if you were asking the question a week ago, Tom, you probably wouldn't have picked these two teams. 3 and 4 seed going into the semi-finals, and on the road, and both teams getting comprehensive victories.
Yeah, the semi-finals were both really impressive by both teams, but like you said, top seed losing in the semi-final last week, not many would have predicted that one.
I'm sure the Darebin fans walking out of here for quarter-final weekend certainly weren't picking that they were going to have a grand final in the building, but they've certainly turned out in force. 500 plus in the house. They're spilling into the aisles here at Narrandjeri. What can a massive home crowd do for you in a grand final like this?
It gives you a great platform to start from. On the start of the game, when you have that crowd behind you, just gives you that little lift. And in little moments, if Darebin is struggling a bit, they can lean on that crowd. They'll be there with them for the whole night tonight.
These two teams, of course, played twice in the regular season, split the series 1-1. Darebin got the win back in round 4 by 30 points on the road. And in round 15, Warrandyte just topped Darebin here at Narrandjeri, 79-75. So not a lot of form guide to go on in these two teams, splitting the season series. Who do you think has the edge coming into tonight's game?
I'm lucky enough to have a bit of insight from the Darebin coach. They did credit good defensive adjustments from Warrandyte Venom between the first two games, and that gave them platform to have a really good victory in round 15.
And you mentioned Jess May, the head coach for Darebin. She's done a great job with this unit coming in. First season back in BigV. 2007 you have to go back to find the last bit of success for a Darebin team in BigV, winning a men's League 3 back in 2007 as the Giants, but obviously first year back in the competition this year.
Yeah, and they've shown up. The crowds have been really consistent this year. They've put themselves in a grand final right now, and now there's everything to play for.
On the Warrandyte side, they had a championship going back 10 years in Youth League 2, and they'll be looking to try and add to that account tonight. Massive bumper crowd in here at Narrandjeri, not a seat in the house for these two teams to do battle on a Saturday night. Glad you're here, wherever you're watching, around the state, around the country. Not a ticket left for this building tonight. And certainly the players and fans are going to be treated to a great atmosphere in the house. Just about set for a tip any moment now. It's going to be Darebin playing in the home blues off to the left of your screen, and Warrandyte in their traditional reds off to the right. Without anything more to say, we're set for a start here from Narrandjeri. And underway, it's going to be Darebin that win the tip and control it for Jerbach. They'll get underway through the prolific Caleb Unwin. Looking short corner now. And they go to the top. Kicking to corner. They swing the ball on. Here's Lester. High post jump shot, rims out. And Elcolt controls the rebound. Teams just starting to fill themselves out here. A lot of hot pressure there, as you mentioned, Tom, before the game from Darebin. In the low post now, here's Davis. Kick out pass, Donald, the three, opens the grand final account for Warrandyte. A little bit of extended pressure now from the Venom. Unwin. Lester. Unwin again. Now Lester again. They'll work down the hill. Kick out pass. Caleb Unwin the three. Off the left, the right, I beg your pardon, side of the hoop and out. And away goes Sam Eckholt. They'll rotate the ball around the top. Eckholt ends up with it again. And he's going to turn it over off to the races now. Mitch Lester to the hoop, up and in. And a little tumble on the baseline for his trouble too.
That'll get the crowd right into the game. Early basket there for Darebin.
Early 3-2 lead here for Warrandyte after the early three ball from Donald. Here's Eckholt now for three, right down the numbers. Sam Eckholt. 23.5 points a game for him on the regular season.
Leading scorer for the team, got started early. You expect a busy night for him.
More to the point, second leading scorer in the comp, so definitely something for Darebin to be aware of. Looking underneath now. Jump hook was no good. That was Stevens Keane. And off the other way, Eckholt, kick out pass, wide open three-pointer on the way, down the middle. Cooper Servas. 7-point early lead for Warrandyte. High post now, Unwin. Now Unwin of the Jordan variety. Looking downhill. Three ball from Buck on the way. No good, but the rebound was Unwin. Stevens Keane a three. Banks it in. That's an answer that Darebin desperately needed. Almost looked like a violation there for Eckholt, but kept the ball alive. Donald now finds Davis. Davis coming off the back of a 17-point, 18-rebound performance last week, and the delicious little feed from the big fella finds their captain, Cooper Servas, underneath. Unwin. Lester. Unwin again. To the top now. They'll skip it onto Lester. Lester, the lefty, for three. Off the back iron and out. Tried to chase down the loose ball. Couldn't quite. It's going to be a held ball, and it will stay. Beg your pardon, it will go the direction of Warrandyte.
Warrandyte setting up in that 2-2-1 zone defense at the start. They had two people set up there ready for the rebound and able to lock that down and retain possession. Two
reasonably high-scoring teams in the context of the regular season. Third and fifth in the league, Darebin and Warrandyte respectively. Should we expect a bit of a shootout tonight, suffice to say?
Darebin do trust their defense a lot, so if they can ride the momentum of the crowd and really stay that hustle on defense, could be an interesting game.
Cooper Servas gets done on the step there, on the travel. And that'll turn over to Warrandyte, who will try and cut, to Darebin, I should say, who will try and cut into this 6-point deficit they find themselves. Early days here, first quarter. Lester, Unwin, three, no good. And the rebound will go Matthew Donald's way. Whitmore, Davis, looking, surveying, looking underneath, just threw it up against the backboard. And now an odd man rush the other way with Unwin, who floats it up and in and one. Brings the bench to their feet down there. And what a way to get to the bucket, flip it up and finish with contact. So Caleb Unwin at the line, 15.5 a game over the season. A 63% shooter, but makes no mistake there in that instance. And the lead's back to three for Warrandyte. A lot of hot pressure here for Darebin in the backcourt. They're going to come close to turning it over. Oh, very close to turning it over. They were beside themselves there. The Darebin bench thought that might have been an 8-second violation, but Instead, it's going to go all the way to the basket. And Cam Whitmore's going to take a trip to the line. He's been important for Warrandyte over the course of the regular season. 9.5 a game, 9.7 a game to be exact, and a 59% shooter from the line. Misses the first. Whitmore, good on the second. So just steadying the flow now. Warrandyte, these two teams just feeling each other out to begin this one. A lot of nerves in the building, a lot of tension and energy, and as you'd expect on grand final night. Nice ball reversal here for Darebin. The three ball missed a lot, but it's going to be a nice rebound underneath. It was Lester, and Lester's going to turn it over. Threw it straight into the hands of the awaiting Warrandyte defense. As Whitmore's going to attack, and another wing three for Warrandyte. That time went begging. It was Eckholt on the attempt that time. Kick out pass, wide open. Eternity for Leicester. Just a little strong. Nice offensive rebound underneath. Leicester again, no good. Davis the rebound. And then it's going to be a foul on the ball for back. And we'll stay with Warrandyte.
Davis leading his team with offensive rebounds. Really 12 rebounds per game across the season. Just getting his impact there, getting the rebound, drawing the foul, and getting Warrandyte some space.
Yeah, second in the league for rebounding over the regular season. You mentioned 12 a game. Such an important impact player for Warrandyte in this league. Certainly set them well on their way last week in that semi down at Southern Penn. Floater there from Donald was no good. And off to the races now for the Phoenix. Floating up was Unwin and in. So probably warning signs if you're Warrandyte at this early juncture. Unwin starting to get hot, 5 early ones for him. Servas leads the way for Warrandyte with 5 of his own. He's going to distribute now through Eckholt. Eckholt a long way from home, going to turn it over. And a lot of body contact, and it's going to be a foul called by the non-controlling ref in that instance. Probably you'd feel a little aggrieved if you're Jess May and Darebin there. Probably could have been a clear path foul, but nothing doing from the ref, just a common foul. As there'll be a change now for Darebin.
Definitely could have been on the cards there. Like we said, Warrandyte got out to a bit of that early lead. Darebin really applied that defensive pressure to keep themselves in it. Now it's a 2-point game.
Unwin will receive the inbound here. Leicester now. Buck again, looking downhill, tried to feed inside to Unwin, almost turned it over. Somehow kept it alive. Ends up with Wong, who just came into the game. Stevens-Keane found an absolute avenue of space inside. Powers up and one. Stevens-Keane is going to go to the line and shoot an extra.
He's been in great form over these finals. 31 in the elimination final, 21 last week in the semi. If there's someone that Darebin can lean on the offensive end, he's definitely going to be having impact.
Just found himself, looked like it was no space at all, and then found a way to power it up and in, and gets the bucket and the foul, but can't make amends from the line and misses on that occasion. And off to the races now. Warrandyte with an advantage up top and inside. Great finish with pressure there. That was Servas again. Up to 7 now on the game. Skip pass here for Buck. Turns down to 3. Wong, a 3 of his own. Back iron, just misses. The rebound underneath, too strong. Joe Stevens-Keane just gobbled up a rebound for fun underneath. He gets fouled, and he's going to go to the line and shoot a couple. And all of a sudden, slight concerns if you're Warrandyte. Don't bat massively deep as a team, it must be said.
Most of their starters average 30 minutes a game.
You just have to look at last week's semi-final. Only Radley played more than 6 minutes from their bench. And it was indeed Radley that just checked in for Eckholt. Makes no mistake. So tie game here with 3 minutes 17 to go in the first quarter. Glad you're here with us for this Youth League 3 men's final. Warrandyte shot out of the gates, but Darebin have been really the pick of the two teams for the last 5 minutes. Is upstairs and a great creative finish. Cooper serve us for two.
That's finish with someone who's feeling confident based on how they've started this game.
The three from the wing from Stevens Keane was no good. And Warrandyte are going to have an opportunity to build this lead again. Serve us. A lot of contact. Flipped it over to the top. Wide open. Matt Donald for three. No good. Davis underneath the rebound. Powered it up. No foul. Got it back. Finished it that second time. Can't allow a player like him to get second opportunities inside.
That's his bread and butter. If you let him do that, he's going to take those chances every time.
Kick out pass now for Leicester, a three. Off the back iron and out. Yet to hit from the land of plenty today. Shooting only 20% on the game so far is Mitch Leicester. Serve us. Whitmore. And open for three is Radley off the left iron and out. And Davis again the offensive rebound. And a little flip inside for Whitmore, who finishes. And Jess May and Darebin are going to take a timeout. They find themselves down 6 again. And it's really been all Warrandyte the last 2 minutes.
Looking at the game, we got to 14 all. If you were Darebin, you were happy your defensive intensity picked up. You were meeting them at half court, making it difficult. And that 1-2 punch of Eckel and Davis hadn't impacted the game as much as you might expect yet. Davis then 3 offensive boards in the last couple minutes. Last time he put it back up himself. This time was contested, found the open man in the center of the court and found the pass to get the easy bucket.
Yeah, it's been an ebbing and flowing affair so far. Warrandyte have done a great job of crashing glass on both ends of the floor. And really it's been through it's been through Archer Davis, who's got 4 boards so far, 3 assists to go with it. So doing it all at the moment. And he's really been the difference maker for Warrandyte so far. So 1 minute and 55 to go here in the first. It's been, like we say, ebbing and flowing affair. The defensive intensity's been high, and it doesn't really surprise too much that these two teams have got a potent scoring offense. You know, we mentioned before the game that it's the number 3 and the number 5 offense in the league coming into this game. And both teams averaging well over 80 points a game. So we would expect nothing less. Quick change out of that timeout sees Leicester come out of the game and Tapungao come into the game. He's going to receive it on the low post. He's going to go with Davis. Looking, floating, left-hand jump hook was no good, and Davis is going to drill him on the foul and pick up his first.
Davis just, before the timeout, was having a good stretch, couple offensive rebounds. Darebin make the change, get in a big man of their own, and he attacks them straight away. And
really, you've got to make an answer. You've got to find a response in that instance when you've got a big that's getting off the chain, and you've really not put a lot of work into him in that first 5 minutes, 6 minutes. You kind of want to see a little bit of a change and get the bigs going at each other.
Yeah, that team defense can only do so much when it's down low like that. Sometimes you just have to match it one-on-one.
Tapungao missed the first, but made the second. 39% shooter on the year, but 50% tonight. There's a little bit of extended pressure here for Darebin. Donald reverses the ball. It's going to be serve us now. He's going to get blitzed at the top. They'll get the ball out of there to Whitmore. And now Davis on the low post. Going to be closely checked here. Serve us. Tried to sidestep for 3, but a great feed underneath. Found his man in Davis. He's going to get fouled and go to the tin. Jess May beside herself on the sidelines. Probably thought it was pretty straight up, but just a little late coming across. It's going to see Davis go to the line to add to his 2 points. A 63% shooter on the year. Makes no mistake on the first. Good on both. Was Davis. Massive crowd in here. It still feels like there's people coming in the building.
It's a shame the camera doesn't pick any of it up, but the crowd's been loud tonight, and they'll continue to be to try and get Darebin over the line.
Absolutely. Stevens keen. A 3 was still too strong. Been a poor shooting start from 3 so far. 1 of 10 on the game so far for Darebin. Uncharacteristic for them. As away comes Wong. Floater, high post, no good. Tapungao the rebound. And they'll pull it out. So it'll be Wong with 10. Now McGrath. McGrath feeding inside. Nice feed. Couldn't quite. Tapungao the rebound and 1. Service is down there. Wants a 14-second shot clock violation. They're going to have a chat about it. I dare say that ball may not have come off the ring. Either way, it's going to be Tapungao that will go to the line for the and 1 if it does stand. They're going to have a chat. They're going to count it, and it will be a foul. So it is indeed Tapungao that got the offensive board and was able to finish. Probably count his lucky stars a little bit that they missed, that it didn't hit the ring on the way down. Caleb Unwin checks into the game. I think it was Stevens Keen that took a seat. It was indeed. Makes the extra from the line. So with 36 6/10 left in the first, Warrandyte are going to have an advantage to, have an opportunity to extend their 4-point advantage. And they're going to go through Radley. Radley closely checked by Wong. Wide open was Whitmore. Turns it over. Wong off to the races. Euro stepping down underneath. A lot of contact. Instead, it's going to go against Tapungao. And I think he got Whitmore, I think it was, that went flying forward on that occasion.
Just trying to match the effort on the boards there. Just got a bit too ahead of himself, but you like that effort. You want to see that throughout the game.
So it'll be Service with 15 to try and get a score here to close out this first quarter. It's been a hot contest so far, ebbing and flowing affair. So with 5, it's going to be Donald who throws up a prayer, no good. And the clock is just going to run out. And the Service 3 wouldn't have counted anyway. But after one frame here at Narrandjeri Stadium, it's going to be Warrandyte who hold a slender 4-point advantage going into the first change. Tom Colasante, first quarter thoughts?
Like you said, a quarter of ebbs and flows. I think we were just getting Darebin, their effort really picked up then. They weren't able to quite match on the scoreboards, like you said, going down by 4. But I think that full court press is working really nicely. They've been able to kind of look at that Warrandyte zone and work around it. And I think, Warrandyte, Davis slowly picked up there, but Sam Eckel, who's an engine for them offensively, hasn't got going. So that's the one thing I'd be worried about if I was Darebin.
Yeah, it took a big sit there towards the end of that first quarter. Probably spent the last 3 minutes or so on the pine. But it's been Service who's led all comers so far, and hasn't he been an impact player for Warrandyte so far?
He had one of those takes down low where he just breezed past another person, finished up nice and high, and that was his 8th and 9th point. That's a player playing with the confidence that he's instilled in himself by starting the game off so hot.
Meanwhile, the story for Darebin's really been the poor 3-point shooting 9% through the first quarter of action. If you're in that Darebin huddle here at quarter time, what are you talking about in terms of your 3-point output?
Yeah, you know you're shot poorly, but you know that's not going to last as well. You have to keep on finding the open man, and if you're open from downtown, you have to feel confident to take that shot. Can't be disheartened by just one bad quarter of shooting.
100%. Massive crowd in here at Narrandjeri. Darebin, 4 points in arrears to Warrandyte at this point. Nice little quarter-time activation at the moment for one of the local sponsors. Couldn't quite make the putt from half court. It's great to have so many sponsors on board. First season of Darebin Phoenix basketball. Geez, they've come out in numbers, haven't they, this season? They, like we say, haven't been in the league for a long time. Probably have to go back 10, 15 years to find the last Darebin game played. So they've come back in and been supported like crazy. Rabid numbers for the Phoenix. over the course of the 2025 season.
Every seat in the stadium is filled. If you look at any corner, there are groups of people huddled up trying to get a best view of the stadium. It's absolutely jam-packed in here.
Underway, second quarter of action. Jack Thornton, Tom Colasante here with you for the journey. It's Darebin who get underway, and Caleb Unwin's just going to throw that one out of bounds and turn it over immediately. Warrandyte will get another opportunity. The Venom coming off the back of that huge win last week in their semi-final. 14-point victors over the top-seeded Southern Penn. Kick-out pass now for Warrandyte. Finds its way to Whitmore on the wing. Looking inside for Davis. Spinning, losing control, lost a handle on it. Tapungao comes away. And a 4-on-1 opportunity goes begging there. But Unwin wide open from three at the top, puts it in! A foul away from the ball, but Unwin was able to fill it up from deep. Refs are going to have a chat about it. Looked like it might have been a bit of contact underneath on the rebound. Was indeed a foul away from the ball. The Unwin points will count. He moves up to 8.
And that's exactly what we were talking about in the break. When you have a wide open shot like that, you have to take it. You can't be turning that down. And they've struggled to make it in that first quarter. But just like that, they connect with their first and they're back within 1 point.
They're crying out for a 3-point make. That attempted over 10 in that first quarter. Only made one of them. Nice feed underneath. Finds its way into the hands of Davis, I think it was, who made no mistake for 2. Unlike me, trying to call the player who did make a mistake. Unwin underneath, it's going to go off. A Warrandyte hand and fall out of bounds. And Chenku Bak is going to come into the game. And Unwin will take a seat. So, 3-point game at the moment for Warrandyte, 24-21. Darebin just looking to work their way back into a position of advantage. They'll see if they can get it through Bach, who gets it up. Nice creative finish with the right and contact. Immediate impact from the young fella. Warrandyte had no trouble getting through that Darebin press there. It's going to be Whitmore backing down, kicking out. Ends up with Servas. Skip pass, Donald a 3. A front iron and out. And off they come the other way. It's going to be Robinson who floats it up and puts it down. He just checked in at the quarter break. Opens his account and gives Darebin their first lead of the night. Meantime, the other way, Whitmore couldn't quite. Davis the rebound with the right, couldn't. Gets his own rebound, has another opportunity. And then they're going to get Buddy for the foul. Davis is going to go to the line, his second trip.
And that's already the second time he's been able to grab an offensive rebound, put a shot up, hasn't gone down, and he's grabbed it again for himself.
We spoke before about the impact that has, having a big that's able to crash glass on both ends of the floor. Now, obviously they've brought in a little bit more tall timber into this lineup after the quarter break. Have you seen much of a change out of them at this point for Darebin? It doesn't feel like they've done a job to really curb the effect of Davis at this point.
No, they're not exactly matching him one-to-one, but they will continue to go to their bench. They will go deep, and that intensity, that defensive pressure, that'll be there the whole game because they're willing to go deep.
It's probably more than you can say for the Warrandyte team who, as we said, probably only batted 5-6 deep last week. Darebin are going to get an opportunity. Tie game now, 7:49 to go here in the second. It'll be Buddy now, looking, almost tweaked an ankle on the way through. Buck tried to win the loose ball and couldn't. Warrandyte play on offense again through Servas now. Dump pass inside. Davis up. Got fouled on the end of that play. It's going to be Tapungao who will pick up the foul, I think. Will indeed. It'll be his second. Oh no, I beg your pardon. It'll go against Buddy. So it'll be his second, I should say. No, it was against Tapungao. I beg your pardon. Our score sheet our scoreboard across the way has not updated properly, but Tapungao will come out. And the prolific Joseph Stevens-Keane will come into the game. Davis, meantime, rabid. Darebin support was no match for him, making the first. Not a lot of support from the MC in the building for Hungry Jacks. Not a lot of support from Archer Davis either, who knocks the second down. Looks like Eckholt's about to check back in as well for Warrandyte. Desperately needed a little bit more offensive output. Buddy long two, rounding out. And away comes Radley. Serve us. Davis now. Long way from home. Tries to face up Buddy. Spinning down the lane. No good. Whitmore had an eternity. Probably had a bit too much time for his liking as he missed the two. As inside, Stevens-Keane says, yes, please. I'll have the bucket through contact if you don't mind. And away they come. Robinson with the right, finishing. 2-point lead for Darebin. 6.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. It'll be Davis. Had to make a decision a long way out. They'll kick out Whitmore, wide open, long two. Was right down the numbers. Made no mistake and tied the game back up at 29. This one just, really, it's on a knife's edge right now. It doesn't feel like either team has much of an advantage. Ball goes to McGrath on the wing. 3-ball, Robinson, no. Big effort on the glass there. Serve us. I think that was McGrath, it was. And they'll fight for it. Unwin's going to check back in. There's a bit of a conversation going on between refs at the moment. Yeah, it was indeed a jump ball. So jump ball. There's 6 on the floor at the moment for Darebin and for Warrandyte. No one quite knows who's on or off. And it looks like they've sorted themselves out now. Eckholt came back in that little interlude. So too, I beg your pardon, did Caleb Unwin. Servas with the world's slowest in and out move. Spinning underneath was Whitmore. Short-armed it significantly. Stevens-Keane off to the races. Robinson looking. Got met by Radley. Unwin. Spinning, looking. Stepping through traffic. Back the three. Off the backboard and out. Warrandyte through Davis now. Eckholt. Surveying. Lost a handle on it. Ends up with Whitmore on the outside. Checked by Stevens-Keane, I beg your pardon. Radley now. Stepping back. Thought about a three. Decided against it. Whitmore spinning and winning. Two-point lead, Warrandyte. Unwin. Robinson. Stevens-Keane. Unwin again. Now working from the top. She's went down very easily, then was Whitmore, but the offensive foul is called. And Unwin's going to pick up his first foul, I beg your pardon, of the game.
Was able to be physical last time down the court, work his way through. That time, defense picked up on it and was able to draw the foul on that one.
It felt like he went down very easily then. Cam Whitmore. Ref said yes, though. Eckholt, pull up three. Probably not the look you're after if you're Warrandyte. Back his confidence coming off a big game last week. 22 points, beg your pardon. No, he didn't. 23 points on the season, though. You'd back him in most instances as away goes Unwin. Looking inside for back. Lost the feet, lost the handle. Ended up getting it out to Stevens-Keane, who pulled up mid-range. No good. And a fast break now opportunity for Whitmore. Whitmore pushes off with the right. Eckholt tried to throw it up. I don't know how they're going to adjudicate this. It looked like he was probably trying to throw it away. No, so they've called it. Now, I don't know how they've come to that conclusion there, 'cause it's either a three-pointer and it's 3 shots, or it's on the floor and it's a side out. But instead we've got neither option, and he's shooting 2 at the line. Eckholt, who's had a quiet start in this one, makes the first. Pretty reliable from the free throw line, 75, 76-ish% on the year. He'll try and extend the Warrandyte lead back at the 4, and he does. So 4 points, the advantage for the men in red. And Darebin will try and pull it back. Euro stepping down the lane, too strong, $1 million move, 10-cent finish for Chenku Bak. And it's going to be a foul called on the play. It's going to go against... Ooh, I'm not sure who that's going to go against. I think it's Whitmore. It is indeed. So he'll pick up his second. Smith will check into the game. Sends him on our way. And clearly there's a policy at the moment for Warrandyte. They're only allowed to have one sleeved player on the floor at any given time. As the 3 from Stevens-Keane was no good, and then Jordan Unwin just threw it away almost inexplicably. And then he's going to foul in the backcourt, and Darebin are over the limit. So walking 94 feet is going to be Josh Radley, who's had a quiet start so far. He's a 52% shooter at the line, and no good on the first.
And you do wonder, with 4 minutes to go, Darebin in the bonus, how aggressive are Warrandyte going to be when Darebin continue to press high?
Well, I think it's a two-edged sword as well, because, you know, Darebin have made their money on being a high-pressing team over the course of the year, and the finals for that matter. But also, they've maintained aggression on the offensive end. And really, if you're looking at that foul count, geez, that looked like it could have been a travel there for Jordan Unwin. As inside goes Lester, missing. Stevens-Keane got the offensive board and got fouled as he went up. Now, what I was about to say was that it's been 5 fouls to 1 so far, so that probably speaks to maybe a lack of aggression from Darebin, but a little bit of a change there on that possession to pick up a foul.
Warrandyte's bread and butter is getting into the rim, getting those post touches and either finishing in or getting that little pass out. That's another reason why the foul count could be high, but of course, like we said, Darebin trust their defense, like to press high, and occasionally you'll pick up some fouls, and that's where Darebin find themselves right now.
Yeah, without question. Pretty competent shooting team at the line over the year. 60.5% over the year. Bit of conversation between the Warrandyte bench and officials. Nothing doing on that instance, though. At the line, hit just about every part of the rim, but ended up going down for Stevens-Keane. Up to 10 points on the game, leads all comers. Good on the second as well, so 3-point game, 3:40 to go here in the first half. As downhill goes Eckholt, gets it ripped away, but geez, you wouldn't help but feel a little aggrieved if you're Darebin there. You're off to the races on a man advantage.
Did absolutely everything right, but officials playing about the letter of the law and made the right call.
Ultimately a correct call, but you can't help but feel a little bit flat if you're a Darebin fan. That was a gilt-edged opportunity. Here goes Lester, looking over 3 sets of hands, and just a strong take to the basket. He's going to have an opportunity from the foul line here to cut this lead back to 1.
Just found that gap in between, and when you find that gap, you just have to trust yourself, put it down, pick the ball up, and slowed himself down just to make sure he didn't get a charge called on himself.
Ultimately a really classy move, right, to be able to get that ball up and sort of get the hands free over the top and really extend up with it. Missed the first from the line, though. Second opportunity now for him, makes that one. So 2-point game now in the direction of Warrandyte. 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go here. Eckholt. They'll reverse the ball around, finds its way in the low post to Davis. Who else? Face-up jump shot was no good. Buck the rebound. Here go the Phoenix. Inside, great feed, Unwin, and one! Caleb Unwin. How do you do?
He was in that dunker spot for eternity. Mitch Lester coming down, saw him, took the drive down to try and draw the man out, and was able to pass out to him for the easy basket.
Just too easy finding that space in the dunker spot. Finding the contact, and he's going to go to the line again to try and take back a Darebin lead here. Servas takes a seat for Warrandyte as Unwin misses from the line. Couldn't quite get the and one. Davis now. Outlets through Radley. And they'll slow it down and try and get a set here, Warrandyte. Eckholt, the talisman for Warrandyte. Now Davis, who's been so important so far. Shaking and baking and spinning. Unwin well defended. Ball comes off a hand and it's going to land the way of back. Here they go now. Even strength. Unwin working on Davis to the 10, floating up and in. Caleb Unwin coming alive here in the second quarter.
Has not been afraid to work his way downhill, and it's coming off for Darebin.
Radley now. Davis, long way from home, trying to find Eckholt. Eckholt with space, gets drilled, probably should have been a foul. Ref said nothing doing. Lester, Unwin. Unwin with an eternity, right down the middle. Gee, if you're Warrandyte, you're probably thinking that's a big 4-point swing. Well, it will be a 4-point swing anyway because it's a 4-point lead now for Darebin. Inside the last 2 minutes here of the first half. Eckholt, Davis. Davis not quite sure what to do with it so far from home. Kick out pass on the way. Smith, three, good! Callum Smith, his first points of the game, and it couldn't have come at a more important time. A minute 25 now, first half. Unwin receives the screen from Unwin. Back now. Spinning, not quite sure what to do with it. Jordan Unwin now with no time on the clock. Puts it in. Jordan Unwin, last 4 points of the game. Eckholt now floating. Nice little feed inside. Davis, that's a touch of class there.
And that's the 1-2 punch we've been waiting to see all game. It's finally coming in, and Warrandyte only 1 point down despite that.
Lester looking, found absolutely no space, and a bit of a phantom foul there. It's going to go against Radley. It's going to be his third. So 46 seconds left here in the first half. It's going to be back on and back off for the Phoenix. And Smith will take a seat after knocking down that last 3 ball for Warrandyte. Servas is going to check in for Radley as well. He's got 3 fouls, I stand corrected. Both teams over the limit. So Mitch Lester at the line. 61% on the year. Has an opportunity to extend this lead late here in the first half. No mistake on the first. Really short on the second, but Donald the rebound. Servas now. Back pressuring up the floor here. Davis outside 3, uncharted territory for him. Donald looking underneath, couldn't quite. Nice steal there was Lester. Unwin now. Davis guarding, doesn't matter. Clock running now, inside 20 seconds. Warrandyte need an answer before the half is out. Servas clearing out the team. Going to receive here from Davis, and does. Unwin to guard. They'll switch. Darebin almost turning it over. Indeed, turning it over. As time expires, I think we're going to get a little bit of time back on the clock here. I reckon there might be, I reckon it could be as much as a second here. It could go back on the clock. Still time for Darebin to maybe get a late score here. Let's have a look and see what they want to put back on here. So they're just going to wave it off. Will they wave it off? 4/10. So 4/10 will go back on. Bit of an anticlimactic end to the half, it must be said. So back will throw it in. It'll be Leicester that will get it. Gets it on the move. From three-quarter court. Oh, just clipped the bottom of the backboard. But nevertheless, that's going to expire the first half. Darebin have fought their way back into this and find themselves a 4-point advantage at the main change. It's Darebin 43 leading Warrandyte 39. We'll take a quick leave of absence. Be back with you in 10 minutes for the second half. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Narrandjeri Stadium. It's the BigV Youth League 3 Men's Grand Final. And Darebin Phoenix taking a half-time lead, 43 to the Warrandyte Venom, 39. Jack Thornton alongside me, Tom Colasante. Tom, really up and down first half for both these two teams, wasn't it?
Definitely. I think Darebin were able to take control a bit at the end of that quarter. Their defense settled in. Jacob Unwin was able to make a couple clutch mid-range buckets to get them up by 4. But like you said, it's been a game of runs, and I think we've got plenty more for both teams to come.
A lot of scoring prowess at the moment for Darebin. You mentioned Jordan Unwin, but it's been Caleb Unwin who's really been the difference maker so far for Darebin.
Hasn't been afraid to get down low, use his body. Like we said, he had a really good run into the dunker spot where he was the open man there. He just has to play with that confidence in the second half and hope for the same results.
100%. He leads all comers with 14. Also for Darebin, it's Joseph Stevens-Keane, who's got 11 of his own. It's been those two that have really done the damage. They just sort of need someone to go with them in this second half.
And it might not be just one person. With Darebin playing this deep, it's going to be by committee, and I don't think they're afraid to play that way.
Meanwhile, on the Warrandyte side, it's been all Davis and Whitmore, which is probably a little uncharacteristic. Darebin have done a great job on Sam Eckholt, who's only had 5 points thus far.
If you're Warrandyte and you're down 4 at the half with your main scorer only with 5 points, I think you can be a little concerned, but you have a chat with him at halftime, get him in the right headspace, and you can propel for a good offensive half coming into this next quarter.
Set for a jump here in the second half. Glad you're here with us. If you're just joining us, it is Darebin playing to the right of your screen in the home blues, and Warrandyte off to the left in the away reds. Actually, I think it's their home reds, technically, if you want to be pedantic, but we'll press on. It'll be them to kick us off here in the second half. It'll be Donald in the corner who's trying to fend off. Got blocked there by Stevens-Keane. Kick out pass now, Servas. Now they'll find it back to Donald. Donald through 3 sets of hands. Couldn't. Unwin will win it and get the outlet through Lester. Lester all the way to the 10. Tried with the left, no good. And it's going to stay with Darebin there off the hand of Whitmore. So Unwin's inbound, Unwin of the Jordan variety. Stevens-Keane wide open for 3, and hopefully that's not a sign of the times if you're a Darebin fan. 3-point shooting drought extending from the first half. Only 2 of 17 to this point. Davis, Servas in the corner. Got corralled by 2 Phoenix. No good. Davis off the side of the backboard and trickles out of bounds. Darebin ball. Davis beside himself. Probably could have got on the end of that if he really wanted to.
Definitely, and he's been aggressive downhill so far. Just might have to ease his way back into this quarter.
It'll be Unwin now. Lester looking inside. Nice find for back. Fighting up through 3 sets of hands. Tried to tip it in himself and couldn't. And Davis controls the rebound. Double-double watch for him. 9 and 7 to date. 5 assists as well to go with it. Servas got harassed. Weird little flip up. Geez, that would have been just about the best make on the night if it went down. Buck now. Stevens-Keane powered it up and got the foul. No good. They'll wave it off. And he'll go to the line to shoot a couple.
He's been pretty reliable tonight already, and he's had a great final series, so you'd hope he connects from this line and just carries this momentum in for the rest of the game.
11 on the game so far, make it 12 after that first free throw. Been an impact player over the season, 13 and a half a game. As you mentioned, massive performance last week to keep the Phoenix season rolling. No good on the second though. Always how it happens in this commentary, Caper. You gas someone up and then they miss the second free throw.
Commentator's curse will never die.
Happens regularly. You'd be so surprised. Not. Eckholt now. Now it's Servas. Looking underneath. Wow, great time and space for 3. Whitmore, no. And there's going to be a foul on the floor here. Don't know which way it's going to go. It's going to go against Buck. So he'll pick up his second personal. And it'll be an end out for Warrandyte here. 14-second reset for them. Long 3-pointer for Eckholt. back on and out. Falls the way of Donald. Donald now. Working. They'll reverse through the top. It's going to be Donald again. Found no space. Tried to float over Lester, front iron and out. And away goes Stevens-Keane. Almost turned it over. Lester did a good job to keep it alive. Working underneath. A lot of contact and will draw a foul. Warrandyte bench don't like it. But it's going to be Mitch Lester. Going to go to the line. That is a very handy cricketer, Mitch Lester. He's had the wood over me for a number of years now, has old Gussie. You have to wonder if he's got as much cricketing talent as he does basketball talent, and wonder if he's available for recruiting this season.
I don't know about his cricketing skill, but I do know he has leadership skills. He's the inaugural captain for this team.
And he's been playing a great little role for this Phoenix outfit this year. 14.5 points a game. 61% on the line. No good on the first for the lefty. So 5-point Phoenix lead. 7:46 to go here in the third quarter. They call it the premiership quarter in a lot of capers. We'll see if that rings true tonight. Eckholt now. Donald. Now Davis looking for Eckholt. Eckholt found no space at all. Turns it over. And off to the races went Jaw back. And gets fouled for his trouble.
We picked it up earlier, but Darebin, they're not exactly pressing all the way full court, but they're pressing them right on the halfway line as soon as they come over, try and get a half court violation. That time, I got a quick turnover and was able to run out and draw the foul.
Unwin now. Back. Unwin of the Jordan variety. Lester. Found no space. Unwin did find space for three and down the numbers. Jordan Unwin breaks the drought for Darebin. Biggest lead of the game for the Phoenix. 7 minutes to go, third quarter. Back again, they steal. Downhill, they'll go to the basket. Nice feed underneath for Lester, gets fouled. Home crowd loving it. And if you're Warrandyte, you'd think there'd have to be a timeout coming. There will indeed. So for Coach Nick Smith, they're going to have a chat about it here. This is getting out of hand. Phoenix a 9-point lead.
Jordan Unwin, I want to give him a bit of a shout out. He's done some really timely buckets. End of the second quarter, had a quick 2 minutes to get 4 points. Just then, big three-pointer to stretch it out into that game-high 9-point lead. And just then, out in transition, we're at a couple times where Darebin maybe overpassed it, maybe not been able to find the option. That time, although we did have a couple passes down low, they found a man down low, ready to put it up. He was surrounded by Warrandyte players who had no option but to foul him to make sure that he didn't get the easy two.
A really big 3-minute spell here for Darebin, and you just have to have a chat about it if you're Warrandyte in this situation. They need an answer fast. Where's it going to come from here?
I mean, I hate to keep repeating myself, but Sam Eckholt, you keep on looking at him on just the 5 points so far. He took that really high 3-point earlier in the quarter. He's got to start getting aggressive to get a couple points now, because that's where it's dried up for Warrandyte.
They'll need an answer pretty quick, smart, out of this timeout. They've made a staple so far, really, in this one for their aggression and willingness to try and attack, but find themselves in a dire foul situation. 7 minutes to go in the quarter, and they're right on the button for the foul count here in the third.
And Darebin already got a couple of turnovers. I think that's something they'll really lean into. I'd be surprised if that wasn't mentioned in the timeout as something to really lean on and just trust the process.
Yeah, absolutely. For this Darebin outfit, who really have just had one of the great first years in existence, coming back into the competition at the start of 2025. It's Lester at the line, who knocks down the first, makes amends for his miss from earlier. He was no good on the second, though. Again, commentator's curse. Unwin the rebound note. Keeps it alive for Darebin. Low post now. Unwin on the high post. Driving through traffic. Looked like a walk, and whoa, they're going to call it a jump ball. So it will stay with Darebin. 4 seconds to shoot. So 4 on the shot clock here for Darebin. It'll be Jordan Unwin to inbound. See what they can draw up here. They'll go to Buck. Corner 3 on the way. Off the back and out, but a nice rebound, offensive style for Stevens Keane. Just a bit strong on the putback attempt, though. The Servas is going to go the other way. Eckholt now. Time and space for him. Drove down the lane. Oh, very unlucky for Darebin. They've got to be careful they don't get done with a delay of game here as well. Never mind. No, they won't. So, 6:25. Eckholt will take a seat. Seems like maybe there's something going on there with him. He's not had the scoring output we'd normally expect. He's had a couple of big long spells on the bench in this one, uncharacteristically so. Down the line comes White. First minutes for him in this one as Radley ended up on the end of it and tried to flip it up but got fouled. That's going to get charged. I think it's going to go against Stevens Keane at will. As Wong will check into the game. Buck will take a seat. Very popular play around these parts is Jets Wong. Radley at the line though is strong on the first. 3 fouls, 1 point for him in the game so far. Never a good situation to be in as a player. More fouls than points.
No, not at all.
Good on the second though, so slowly working his way back to level pegging. As are Warrandyte, who find themselves back to 9 points in arrears. Unwin, Wong, thought about a 3, decided against it. Unwin for 3, puts it in! Caleb Unwin! 11, 12-point lead now for Darebin. Biggest of the game. Warrandyte needing an answer. This is starting to get out of hand for the Venom. Went down a hallway, Servas. White now, stepping through traffic and finishing with the left. Great poise from the young fella there to be able to flip it up on the left hand. Wong now the other way. Unwin, Euro stepping. Wong, 3. Front iron. Oh, almost fell in on the second bounce. Away come Warrandyte through Davis. Probably not who I'd have picked to do the ball handling duties. He's got to do what he can, though. Ran down an absolute dead-end street. Ends up with Donald. Donald turning, floating, finishing. Matt Donald. A big 2 when it was needed most. Stevens Keane down the lane. Great move. Couldn't finish. Warrandyte the other way now. Donald. Beg your pardon, it was Davis. Turns it over at the top. Servas. Unwin to the tin. Misses. Blew the left-hand layup. Good effort to come up with the loose ball there was Donald. Servas the other way on Wong. Spinning. Left hand. Floats it up and in. They're going to call for the court sweepers there, and much needed breather for a couple of those Warrandyte players out on their feet. All of a sudden, this game's back to a 6-point lead for Darebin.
I want to give some credit to Warrandyte there. Came out of the timeout, really good defensive pressure. They got a stop. They forced Darebin to have offensive possession with just 4 on the shot clock. And they've been aggressive on the offensive end. They've been going back to their bread and butter, getting those paint touches, and it's been paying off for them. Darebin, of course, hit that big 3, which is why the margin's still at that 6 points. But if I'm Warrandyte, there's some really encouraging signs after that timeout.
So Darebin got out to that game-high 12-point lead. But Warrandyte have just chipped away. Bit of zone action now here defensively. Seemed to work for them pretty well early doors in the first quarter. See what they can do here against it, Darebin. They'll find Robinson on the outside. Drove down the baseline, bounced it off a foot, but it'll stay with Darebin. Crowd down in there on the baseline didn't like that call. Seemed dirty on it. Wong to inbound. They'll go to the top. It'll be a McGrath three. No good. And away come Venom. Radley. Long way from home for him. Screen at the top for White. Donald. Service. And it's Silver service from Service, who finds Davis.
He's had some absolutely beautiful drives coming in, not being afraid to soak up the contact, and there was able to dish it off.
Wong all the way, floating it up, floating it in. Much needed response there from Darebin. First points of the game for Wong. Service now. Pushing off, no good. Found Davis on the outside, threw it up. Geez, almost got the friendly roll, but no good in the end. These two teams just throwing haymaker upon haymaker at each other, trying to find an advantage.
Living up to the billing of a grand final. We've had a great third quarter so far. 3 minutes 20 left in it.
So that was the third foul on Tapungao. Eckholt's going to check in again for Warrandyte after that little spell. 6 points, the advantage for Darebin at this stage. Davis just classy from the line, up to 12 points on the game for him. And good on the second. So it'll be a change here for Darebin. Bard will come into the game. Stevens Keane will check out. Must be a scheduled rest for him. He's been pretty good here in this third. Wong now, kick out pass. McGrath wide open for three, was short. The meager three-point run for Darebin continues, shooting a measly 19% on the game. Radley, Eckholt. Now at the top, it's Donald. Donald working. Has Davis if he wants him. He turns and floats up an air ball. Not sure that's the option you'd want if you're sitting on that Warrandyte sideline. As inside went Robinson, got blocked. Nice active hands there for Eckholt, who blocked, got a piece of it. It'll be Wong to inbound. And they'll go through McGrath at the top. Wong again. McGrath again. Tries to feed inside. It'll come off a Warrandyte hand. Saw the vision there. He liked the look of Bud underneath. 2:37 to go here in the third quarter. Tapungao inside, underneath. McGrath a three. No. Might be almost time to put the three ball away if you're Darebin. It's been a measly performance from them from three in this one. Service, finding space, finding time as well. Feeds round the corner. No good. Tapungao the rebound. And off to the races now. Kick out pass. Bud. Kick out again. Finds Wong, who works on Service, crosses over, gets blocked. Sent back by Eckholt. Two big plays in essentially 2 minutes. As McGrath the active hands the other way. Looking, throwing it up, got fouled. Just that little wrong foot finish put the defense on its heels, and he's going to go to the line and shoot a couple.
We're now down to just 1:51 left in the quarter. Darebin's lead chipped down to 4 points at the line to try and extend it back to 6, but Warrandyte have had that response, like I said, since that timeout. They've needed a couple of things up. And again, this is still, you have Sam Eckholt on the bench. Can he get hot in that last quarter to just give you that offensive punch?
So Eckholt back into the game now. Checked back in a minute or two ago as McGrath is at the line and making no mistake on the first. Opportunity here to extend back out to a 6-point lead for Darebin. Makes the second. Radley will check back in and Service will check out. A minute and 51 to go here, third quarter of action. Big opportunity here for Warrandyte to cut this lead back down. Radley. Radley didn't know quite what to do with it. Got it to Donald. Donald throws it away. Bud the pick. Away he goes. Inside, Robinson reversing up and in. Ty Robinson, the 2. Inside 90 seconds here, third quarter. And a steal now. Tapungao up top and throws it down with the left. 10-point lead, Darebin. Crowd rising. 3 for Eckholt. No good. Radley bats it out of bounds and it'll go the direction of Darebin. Bench on their feet. Crowd starting to build.
Don't want to speak too early, but you talk about a premiership quarter. When you're ending it like this, it's only a good sign.
You certainly don't want to put a commentator's curse on a team in a grand final, but geez, they've played well this third quarter. Tapungao now. Looking underneath, had time and space, threw it up, tried to throw it through a set of hands and was no good. Smith the block. Davis now. Davis didn't know what to do with it. Donald. Radley didn't know what to do with it. Threw it off 3 heads. Off the dome for the old and one mixtape tour fans out there. Donald, long 3-pointer. No good. And Bud's rebound. Possibly a 2-for-1 opportunity if they want here. Darebin, kick out pass for 3, no good. If I stand corrected, no 2-for-1. It'll be inside, 1 shot clock left. It'll be Radley with 10. He'll clear out. Davis the screen. Radley. Davis now with 3. Pull up. Elbow jump shot pure. And time expires here in the third quarter. And on the back of Archer Davis's 2 there, the lead is now 8 points for Darebin. And we'll head to the final change. Darebin, a 60 to 52 leader. Tom Colasanse, your third quarter thoughts? That was a massive quarter there for Darebin.
Like we said, Darebin started that off hot. I gave credit to Warrandyte when they came out of that timeout. They addressed some things. Nick Smith, their coach, definitely pointed out some right things, and they adapted. Darebin, though, although they're not shooting the 3 overall great, they had a couple timely 3s, and that's kept their lead to 8 points coming into the last quarter. Warrandyte, you have Davis, who's had 15 points. That's living up to his average. Can he continue going into the last quarter to give them a bit of a punch? And Darebin, you just got to hang your hat on that defense. They've gone deep. It's worked. You've had Caleb Unwin and Stevens Keane who've been able to carry that defensive load. You just got to continue to go deep, trust that defensive process, because you've kept one of Warrandyte's best players to a low score, and you just got to hope that continues for the last quarter.
You mentioned that poor shooting performance for Darebin so far, shooting 36% on 58 attempts on the game, but the more poignant stat is 4 of 24 from the land of plenty. Just unable to connect from 3 pretty much over the course of the game, unless it was needed.
It's like you said, you posed the question at that third quarter, at what point do you start passing up that 3-point opportunity? When do you start to look for that inside pass? The last time these two teams played in round 15, Warrandyte were 27% from 3, Darebin was just 14%. So there might be a couple Darebin fans who are looking at that and remembering that round 15 loss where they went down by 4, hoping that history doesn't repeat itself.
Absolutely. Massive fourth quarter coming up from Narrandjeri. Jack Thornton, Tom Colasanse here with you to take you home for the last 10 minutes of this BigV Youth League 3 men's final. Last 10 minutes of this Youth League 3 season.
It's lived up to the Billingwood Grand Final. Let's hope these last 10 minutes continue that.
An ebbing and flowing affair through 3 quarters. It'll be Warrandyte to get us underway, and they're almost going to throw it away immediately. Almost inexplicably from Matt Donald. Ends up with Eckholt though. Now Davis. Davis working on Caleb Unwin. Drew a triple team, got his own rebound, puts it up and finishes. Unwin not happy, thought there was a bit of a push off, but nothing doing. Stevens Keen now, down the lane, kick out pass. Lester for three! Mitch Lester pouring it in from deep, right on schedule. Eckholt now. Donald. Eckholt again, long three is pure. And that is not a sign that Darebin want to see, is the Warrandyte number 6 getting hot.
Not at all. That's what Warrandyte have been waiting for all night.
Stevens Keen went down the lane, bounced it off a foot. Davis did a good job to save it. Now Eckholt off to the races on Unwin. Floated it up, didn't get it. It's going to go out of bounds off the Warrandyte hand. And it's going to be a Darebin ball. All kinds of things going flying on the baseline. Somehow Caleb Unwin got a bucket on the defensive end. It's all happening at Narrandjeri. Jordan Unwin will receive the inbound here. Receives the screen from Caleb. Now goes downhill. Buck for three. Off the back and out. And the rebound was Whitmore. They'll need an answer here, Warrandyte. It came through Eckholt before. Who is it this time? Donald. Working. Davis. Long way from home again. You don't like him getting catches in that area. Whitmore found a heap of space. Got sent back by Back. He said no. And now he's going to get a chance on the offensive end. Davis got a lot of body on him. No good. Buck wins it again. Kick out pass for Lester. Lester with so much time and space and finishes.
Just beautiful take there. Knew it could work his way around the defender. Just took that extra step, used his agility and got right to the cup.
Lester up to 13 on the game now. Davis working, crossing over. Found himself down a hallway with no exit. And Lester's going to get done with a foul reaching in. And it's going to be the 4th foul on Lester. So 4th foul for the Darebin captain, pleading his case. No replay system, obviously, in Youth League 3, but I very much doubt that was getting overturned anyway. A lot of contact on the arm, but he did feel very hard done by.
Just a shame, especially after he just got a couple buckets there.
Inside now, Davis. It's going to have to be him for Warrandyte or Eckholt. Long three. Front, iron and out. Couldn't fill it up. They hustled after it and came up with it, did Warrandyte. And they'll get another go offensively here. Eckholt stepping back. Deep three was short, really short. Rebound inside and one. Josh Radley. He's been absent for a half of basketball. And he turns up when his team needs it most.
Just been quietly chipping away. We gave him a little bit of stick with having those early fouls, but he's responded with some nice buckets here. The intensity's been there.
No good on the free throw. He's going to try and hustle after this, and Stevens Keen is going to get harassed a long way away from the ball. From the basket, I beg your pardon. He has the ball in his hand. Unwin now, floating up. Low block, jump shot was pure. This game just won't stop. Teetering on this knife edge now. Radley, Unwin for company. Finds space, high post, inside Davis, tried to feed it. Ended up back with it off a hand. Long time in the paint. They're going to do him for 3 seconds. And it's going to turn over and be a Darebin ball.
Substitutions back into the game. Number 14, Cooper Savas.
I don't want to say the game's on the knife edge, but it's still 7 minutes to play with this 8-point margin. A couple buckets either way, either give Darebin a nice lead or get Warrandyte right back into this game.
It's felt, you're right, it has been on a knife edge for a long time this game. It's the back cut for Unwin. Up top, no good. Tips it, no good. And then on the follow was Stevens Keen. Feel like we haven't called his name in a while. There's been so much action and not a lot out of the Darebin 7. His first points in a little while as Eckholt went inside. Whitmore floated it up over the top of the Stevens Keen hand and finished. You're right, this game has felt on a knife edge, but Just feels like Warrandyte just will not go away. 3-ball for Leicester, long. It's hovering around that 8-point margin at the moment. A paltry 19% from 3 is giving Warrandyte a foot in the door. Donald working down the hill, floating it up off the right edge, off the left edge, and ends up with Buck. Buck off to the races for Leicester, powering it up over Servas and in. And a little flex for the crowd too. Mitch Lester up to 15 on the game. 10-point lead. Finds its way to Whitmore. Whitmore, Servas, turned down the 3. Preferred to put it on the floor. Lost the handle, but somehow managed to get it up and somehow flipped it in. Back now. Unwin lost the handle, almost turned it over. Kick out pass for Caleb Unwin. Lost the handle, swatted away. Donald now. Whitmore. Eckholt. Don't want to let him have too much time as Unwin picks it off. Unwin to the 10 with the left, no good. Stevens Keane the rebound. Says, get off me! And puts it in with the foul. And with 4:56 left in this grand final, you'd have to think this puts a lot of stock in this Darebin team, who now lead by 10.
Darebin aren't going to let up as well. They're going to continue the defensive pressure high up the court, make Warrandyte dribble past them, work the ball around them. That's going to take even more time off the clock. Still 5 minutes, but you have to hope Warrandyte get that offense churning soon.
Stevens Keane with 16 has a chance to make it 17 now and push that lead out into 11-point double-digit range, and does. A lot of pressure now, full court for Warrandyte to deal with. It's Donald, it's Servas. Probably had a long 3 if he really wanted it, decided against it. Eckholt now, not afraid from deep. Almost turned it over. Donald, checked by back. Finds Whitmore, lost the handle, ended up with Davis. Davis, short corner J is pure. That's a way to get something out of a broken play. Back now. Unwin. Unwin on Whitmore, kick out pass for back, skip pass. Stevens Keane, 3, in and out. And a foul away from the ball is going to go against McGrath. Not been in the game for too long, it must be said, in this little stint. It was Leicester that took a seat recently. There's going to be a timeout on the floor. Darebin just may want to have a chat. 4 minutes and 14 to go here. It's a 9-point Darebin advantage. Take us inside the huddle, Tom. What do you think both teams need to do here to try and find success in the late dying embers of this game?
Darebin need to be saying more of the same, please. Keep that defensive pressure up. Do that full court press, but don't give up that backcourt structure. Do that. Still take those threes when they're open, but don't do anything crazy. You have to just rely on what you've been doing all game that's given you this 9-point lead. Warrandyte, I hate to say it, but back to bread and butter. Those paint touches where Davis is getting the ball, dishing it out, that's when they've been most effective tonight. Of course, Sam Eckholt, he's on the perimeter. He's been looking to get those threes up. A couple of those going down helps a lot. For Warrandyte, though, you just have to take care of the ball on offense, make use of every time you go up the court, because there's only 4 minutes left and Darebin are going to make you work for it.
Could be the biggest 4 minutes of the season for these two sides. 4:14 left in the Youth League 3 Grand Final. Both teams looking to take it to the promised land. Darebin, their first season back in the Big V after a long hiatus. Somewhat ironically, considering their name rising from the ashes like a phoenix. For Warrandyte, it's been a long time between drinks. They've been up, they've been down. And they've found themselves here in Youth League 3 trying to fight back. Another title for this proud club. They've got a mountain to climb here in the last 4 minutes, though. They're going to try and get it done here through Eckholt. Beg your pardon, that's Davis. Davis working, finds it to Donald. Kick out pass, serve us a 3. Pours it in. 6-point game. Back now, bit of extended pressure from Warrandyte. Leicester just checked into the game for Darebin. Euro stepping his way, flipped it up, nothing doing. It's going to go off a Warrandyte hand and stay with the Phoenix. 10 seconds on the shot clock. They're going to get the floor wipers out. Obviously, they'll go the length of the floor. 3:39 to go in this one now. Warrandyte needing a stop here, you would think. A couple of stops, couple of scores to fight their way back into this one.
You'd hope after facing that Darebin defense all day, the intensity of it, you've seen it work against you in these last 3 minutes and 39 seconds. You have to be giving it back.
A lot of time left for them to fight. Only a 6-point margin. It's been out by as much as 12 for Darebin. And you only have to go back to the first quarter and second quarter to find the last Warrandyte lead. Doesn't feel like they've been quite as out of it as the scoreboard suggested here in the second half.
Not at all. Like we said, it's been ebbs and flows all evening. And Warrandyte hitting that 3, back to just a 6-point lead.
Darebin trying to line up a 3 of their own through McGrath, no good. Tappengower rebound, puts it up left hand style and finishes. And off to the races now, Whitmore the other way. Almost lost the handle, but finishes the 2.
That's one way to work through a high press.
100%. Managing to get out the back and finish under duress. Floater from Robinson, no good. Rebound underneath was McGrath, floated up, no good as well. Tapped off a Warrandyte hand, I thought, but no. Will be a Warrandyte ball. Unwin checks in, Bud checks out, McGrath checks out, and Stevens Keane checks in. So the big dogs well and truly in the game now for Darebin here to take them home, hopefully to the promised land for them. Let's see what Cal Whitmore, I beg your pardon, can do for Warrandyte. Now serve us. Spinning off 1 foot, no good. Nice rebound was Unwin. A lot of pressure for him. Tappengower finds it. A lot of body contact from Davis. And I just don't think that's a foul they need to give away at this point in the game.
Bit of desperation in that one. You're trying to get the stop, trying to make sure your player doesn't blow past you. Like you said, a little careless to give up one of your fouls there.
Still 2.5 minutes left in this one. 2:40 to be precise. As they're going to tap it away, and Eckholt is going to come up with it and gets the most uncontested lay he's ever going to have. Back to 4 now for Darebin. Stevens Keane finds Leicester, and now Unwin and Leicester again. They'll have to try and run some long sets here. Leicester met by Davis, puts it up and in! Mitch Leicester turning into the hero for Darebin.
Can't blame him for pulling out double pythons on that one. I would too.
Big flex to the crowd. And you can't blame him. Timeout Warrandyte. Desperation stations for the Venom now.
Like we said, it's been back and forth all night. I was just about to give Warrandyte for getting that back to a 4-point game. And just like that, Darebin respond. Mitch Leicester again, getting downhill, getting the 2, and going. He's going to, after this timeout, he's going to go to the line for 1 more.
So 2 minutes and 18 seconds left in the season. It is do or die now if you're in red. You find yourselves with an 8-point disadvantage. Beg your pardon. No, it is a 6-point disadvantage. Chance to go to the line for 7. What has to change here in this huddle with 2 minutes and 18 seconds left in your season? There's a title on the line.
Listen, you have to be aggressive. You have to match them on defense. On offense, you have to be effective. You have to be quick. At the same time, you have to stay calm. There's still 2 minutes and 18 seconds. That's plenty of time in the game of basketball. You have to trust your process, trust your players to make the right call. Like, there has to be a bit of emergency here. But again, it's only 6 points. That can go real quick. And with 2 minutes 18, that's plenty of time for Warrandyte to grab this lead.
Only a 3-possession game. Should Leicester make the free throw here? 2 possession as it stands. So much time left on the clock for a team that's so competent scoring like Warrandyte. It's going to be all to do defensively now on the Darebin side. You've done your job offensively. You still need to keep scoring, but you've done your job. You've found your lead. And defensively, what have you got to stop from the Warrandyte side?
I think you have to just stop their key players. Davis has been working inside. He's been doing well. And Service has been the other one who's really stepped up this afternoon.
Leicester no good. Rebound went the way of Whitmore, who's going to take it himself. Tappingau tried to bat it away from him. And it's going to be Eckholt. And now Donald. Donald going to receive a double screen at the top. Eckholt wide open for 3 off the front, normally automatic from that sort of range. I'm not sure that's the look you necessarily need at this point if you're Warrandyte. Probably was what they drew up in that timeout. Leicester had to think about a 3. Nothing doing. Stevens Keane, Caleb Unwin got fouled. The ref, beg your pardon, it was Eckholt that hated it, not the ref. The ref made the call. And the ball went flying down the court too.
It's one of those calls that maybe the whistle could have been kept away. Wasn't 100% clear. And Warrandyte would have been out, but it's going to be Darebin ball.
And more importantly, Darebin right on the limit now. Beg your pardon, Warrandyte right on the limit. Inside, Tappingau found an eternity of time and space with the left, no good. Unwin tried to tip in, couldn't. Ends up back with Leicester. Leicester will pull it out through Unwin at the top. That's Jordan. Tappingau. A lot of contact underneath. Couldn't quite. Tappingau the follow and finish. Warrandyte bench beside itself, but Tappingau just too strong inside. 8-point lead, Darebin. Eckholt, no good. Unwin the rebound and a foul in back play from Davis. Unwin's going to walk the length. And it's going to be the 4th personal foul, importantly, against Davis, who's been so big in a double-double sense for Warrandyte in this game. And with 1 minute and 9 seconds left, you'd think that Darebin almost have one hand on it.
They're in the driver's seat. They're in the bonus. They're 8 points up. Got 2 free throws to come and just 1 minute 9 left on the clock. Just got to hit these free throws, take your time on offense, use the clock, and rest your hat on that defense that you've been playing all game.
Unwin no good on the first. It's a moment that feels tailor-made for him with the season that he's had. So important for this Darebin outfit. Makes the second, so 9-point game, 1 minute and 9. You've got to go quick here if you're Warrandyte. It's going to be Service. Looking, thinks about a 3, kick out pass, gets it back, 3 for Service on the way, no good. The tip's going to go off the hand of Eckholt and out of bounds. Filthy with the call, but I think he'll find it was the right one. Leicester begging for more from the crowd. Crowd rising to their feet. 57 and 7/10 left in this. Leicester, Unwin, Tappingau, almost travelled. Got a little too excited with the left and finishing. Timeout, Warrandyte. Darebin look home. 11-point lead, 49 seconds. Do you give Warrandyte any chance here?
Listen, when it's an 11-point game, if that 3 ball starts to fall, there could be something there, but I'm finding it difficult to make the case for Warrandyte here.
All season, these two teams have fought it out. They split the season series. Neither team could find a home court advantage. They come in here on grand final night. And Darebin have got a chance to seal it on the home floor. They haven't won it in any capacity since 2007. This is a massive opportunity for Darebin here in their first season back in the league.
And I want to give some credit to Tapunga because he was tasked to come in and play against Davis when he started hot, was able to match his physical effort down low. And on the offensive end, he's trusted his process. He's got down low. He's been able to actually put the ball on the floor and run it a bit. That time, stayed aggressive. Got the rebound, put it straight back up.
49 seconds left in this one. It's going to take a minor miracle here for Warrandyte, you would think. They're going to give it their best shot, though.
This offensive possession just has to go perfect for them.
Must score here if you're Warrandyte. Three ball on the way. Eckholt from miles away. Bounces off the back iron. Couldn't get it. Falls out of bounds. It's going to be Darebin ball. 44 and 5/10 left in this one. 11-point the Darebin lead. Unwin to handle it. Lot of pressure from all angles. Gets fouled by Servas. I don't know that he wanted to give that one away. But it's going to be Jordan Unwin at the line to put this one on ice.
He's the oldest player in this Darebin squad. He was tasked to bring the ball up. Now he's tasked to make these 2 free throws to just ice this game out.
A veteran, if you can call him, in this youth league competition. Been around the block and back. Found his way here to Darebin at the start of the year. Missed the first free throw on that occasion. Had a good night tonight. 7 points on the game. Has an opportunity here to just put it beyond doubt. Put it out to 12 and does. 4-possession game. Warrandyte have to be perfect from here if they're any shot. Eckholt. Skip pass up the floor for Davis. Can't quite. Turns it over. 35 and 6/10 left in it as a noodle goes flying on the floor. Not quite the pots and pans like we've been accustomed to over the journey. It'll be Leicester to inbound. They'll find Unwin and Leicester again. You'd think one more score would put it well and truly on ice. Caleb Unwin for 3, no good. The rebound's Donald. Davis now. Eckholt for 3, no good. Bounces towards out of bounds and does fall out. There's going to be 17 and 3/10 left for Darebin. And it's going to be a coronation for the Phoenix. They once were giants, disappeared into the ether, and they've risen from the ashes now. A new franchise, but the same old winning traditions. First season in the competition, and they're going to run away. It's going to be another layup there for Madden. But for the Phoenix, they're going to run away at absolute dominant victor. The Youth League 3 title is headed to Darebin. The Phoenix are champions. Behind 20 points from Caleb Unwin and 15 from the skipper Mitch Lester. The Darebin Phoenix pop up and they've gone 1 of 1. They'll take out the victory in this Youth League 3 men's final, 86-72. Tom Colasante, closing thoughts.
This Darebin game was just one that they trusted their process. They've hung their hat on their defense all season, and tonight they relied on it, and it came up trumps for them. They were able to hold Warrandyte to just 72 points. And when you're able to produce on the offensive end like that, you trust your defense, and that's what worked for them tonight.
Ultimately, they were able to get it done on both ends of the floor. Their defense was their bread and butter. They ran it all season. And they were able tonight to hold one of the best scoring teams in the competition to 72 points, as you mentioned. For Warrandyte, it's so close yet so far. 10 years for them between drinks. It's going to have to be one more. But for Darebin, it's year 1, title 1. As mentioned, they're going to run out an 86-72 victor. They did it on the road the last couple of weeks. They beat Chelsea last week on the road, knocking off the 2 seed. And then out of nowhere, just absolute post-to-post almost performance for them to win this final and bring the first banner and title to the new look Darebin franchise. You'd have to think it'd be Caleb Unwin that had run out the MVP, you would think. But you can't knock the Leicester performance and the Stevens Keane performance, 15 each for both of them. Stick around, trophy presentation not far away. But until next season, for Tom Colasante and the whole BV crew, it's Jack Thornton signing off from Narrandjeri. Hang around, trophy presentation not far away. But from us, it's bye for now.
please. And again, unfortunately tonight, again, this is a unique space for me to be in a home environment, but also welcoming in. It's kind of special for me here. He was one of the early athletes that I worked with in the early days. Captain of the Warrandyte Venom, Mr. Cooper Savas. Again, I was working with Cooper a long time back in the days, and just to see you out here on this space, if you could just share a few words just about the game, the experience, and just where your basketball career has taken you to this stage.
First off, to my boys, good game. To come from where we were at the start of the season was a 30-point game. It was not close. It didn't feel close. Tonight, heck of a game. Again, great job, boys. To our fans, thank you for coming down. Thank you for selling the game out in 4 hours or whatever it was. That's really good from you guys. Appreciate the support. And to Darebin, what a game you guys put on for us today. I mean, look at the support. Like, playing on a stage like this is like nothing we've ever had before, so it's really good to see. So, thank you.
If I could please welcome up your runners-up for the 2025 Youth League Men's Grand Final. First, Ryan White. Number 2, Liam Wilson Gardner. Number 4, Cameron Whitmore. Number 5, Arian Cleary. Number 6, Sam Eckel. Number 9, Callum Smith. Number 11, Max Holloway. Number 13, Jake McCartney. Number 14, Cooper Savas. Number 15, Archer Davis. Monster hit, Archer Davis. Number 24, Josh Radley. Number 33, Matthew Dowell. Can we also invite up team manager Katie Davidson and head coach Nick Smith.
Alright, well, I've absolutely loved this season. It's been such a fun season coaching with my guys over here and over here. We've been working super hard, so I just want to say that you guys should be super proud of what you achieved this season. And I've loved working with you guys. Keen to get back after it. Darebin, really, really awesome watching you guys achieve what you achieved throughout the season. Congratulations tonight. I want to say also, I think tonight is a really, really great night for the community. The basketball community coming around this game. How many people do we have here? We're not allowed to say, that's what. However, there was lots of people wanting to come to this, and I think that's an awesome night for the community and basketball in Victoria. So thank you everyone here tonight and all the work that everyone puts in, coaches, benches, everyone, thank you.
Is there also, I believe, Luke Green? Is that Luke Green on the crutches? Apologies, I didn't know how mobile we were going to be. Ladies and gentlemen, before we introduce your Warrandyte veteran, thank you much. Before we actually introduce your 2025 champions, we are first going to announce the Grand Final MVP. This is an award that is voted on by the officials tonight. Again, it showcases exceptional talent, but also sportsmanship, leadership, and everything that the game is supposed to be about. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2025 Youth League Men's Division III Grand Final MVP, Mitch Lester. Captain, also Mitch Lester, please, to share a word on the season.
Over here? Okay. Didn't realize it was this complicated. I want to thank, first of all the fans. Like, you guys make this so much better than it should be. I've played at a few basketball clubs, I've played at footy clubs, I've played a lot of places, I've played against a lot of teams. I've never met a group of fans like you guys, so I can't thank you guys enough. Then I want to thank Warrandyte. As your captain said, Cooper, like, you guys had a fucking, an amazing turnaround this season. Like, as Cooper said, the first game, we beat you by 30, and then the next game you beat us. Like, that turnaround is absolutely insane, so great job on your season, guys, good stuff. Give him a round of applause. Next up, I want to thank Coach Jess. Shout out Jess. She came into the team at like a really awkward stage. She wasn't going to be our coach, she wasn't going to coach at all, and then Mike decided to dip on us. It's okay, I love you, Mike. Love you, Mike. Yeah, she came in late, she took over the team. A lot of people were asking questions like, is it going to be worth it? Do you guys regret it? Like, I had all my teammates ask me if I regretted it, and my answer was straight away no. Like, her resume coming into this season is way higher than this level, so the way she handled everything throughout the whole season, I can't thank her enough. So shout out, Jess. Next, I need to give Luke a shout out because the work he does here is absolutely amazing. So, this guy. Alright, final shout out, my boys. Great win, amazing season. Could not think of a better group of guys to do it with than you guys. So thank you all for an amazing year. Let's run back next year, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2025 champions, Darebin Phoenix, Mitch Lester, ring presented by Director of BigV, Mr. Greg Jeffers, and AJ DeLeon. Number 3, Mitch Lester. Number 4, Jeremy McGraw. Number 6, Joe Bach. Number 7, Monster Game, Joseph Stevens King. But the battle proved it done. Massive tonight. Number 9 is Jay Budd. Number 10, Jordan Underwood. Brother, number 11, Caleb Underwood. Number 12, Ty Robinson. Number 13, big man on camp, Jack to punk out. Number 19, should have dumped it, Mr. Frank Madden. Number 22, Chenko Bach. Number 25, People's Champ, Jeff Moore. Reserve guard tonight, number 5, Keelan Coulihan. Shout out to all the 20s boys who have been making their way on the roster all night. Again, for anybody that knows Darebin, the 20s book have been a massive part. Every other week, a few of them being called up. So shout out to the 20s. Always here, always representing. I'd like to first welcome up team manager, Kath Lester. Assistant coach, Tom O'Brien. Assistant coach, Kira Witiri. Ladies and gentlemen, there's not a lot of words that can describe what this woman has done this year. Your head coach of the Darebin Phoenix, Mrs. Jess May. Can I please get, oh, you got it already? Miss Lester, please come up with the banner. And ladies and gentlemen, apologies.
Hey, I love public speaking, as you can probably tell walking up to the mic. Firstly, big shout out to Warrandyte and Nick. You've done a tremendous job this year. Obviously, I wasn't even at that first game, just to see how it's progressed your season and to the turning point for us when you beat us here. Like, that was the time we actually really decided to check our own selves. So thank you honestly for that, because it did turn our season around, as much as it probably didn't help you in this situation, but thank you. Awesome job, guys. To the fans, honestly, I've come from a big club. And hands down, I don't want to be anywhere else besides this place. I love you guys. Well done. To Luke, Dane, everyone else behind the scenes, you have no idea how much they do. The work that does really good. I know I'm just going to echo what Mitch says, but it is countless hours. They're just unpaid hours, to be fair. Yes. Like, give them a clap too. Thank you to all the rest, the score table. Like, obviously this doesn't happen without all of them, so well done. To my boys, you're like, no, I don't have to call you my sons or my brothers, and I know I have, I don't listen, see, they don't listen, ever. This is what it looks like every training. To be fair, I think this is like the most rewarding season I have ever done. And you know, I wasn't going to this year, and I am so glad that I said yes to this decision, because I love every single one of you guys, and the other guys who obviously don't get into this. Like, they have been absolutely incredible, these guys, because they don't get to play and they come in and train so hard every week. And without you guys, like, we don't get this done. So this championship is just as much yours as it is ours. We did it. Let's go.